Hello, this is the governments of ancient Greece and ancient Rome. Let's take a look at the city-state of Athens, which is the birthplace of democracy. Democracy was first introduced to ancient Athens in 507, and it breaks down into two Greek words, demos and kratos. Demos meaning people, kratos meaning rule. In other words, this is going to be a democracy or a government where the people rule. The people have the power. But when we say the people have the power, what do we really mean? What we really mean is citizens of Athens have the power. And in order to be considered a citizen, you had to be first and foremost a man over the age of 20. You had to be born in the city state of Athens, and you had to be highly educated. If you met these criteria, you could participate in the democracy of Athens. This democracy was what's called a direct democracy, where each of those citizens has one vote. And so they go to the assembly and they cast their vote, and each vote counts. But with the city-state of ancient Athens having anywhere from 250 to 300,000 people at this time, they needed a smaller group of people to be in charge, to lead the government, to organize the government. And this came down to a group of people known as the Council of 500. They led the day-to-day operations of the government, and because they felt that elections could be corrupt and only favored the rich, the Council of 500 was chosen every year by lottery, essentially pulling names out of a hat. And within the government of Athens, and within this democracy, we have three bodies that make the government run. We mentioned already the Council of 500, running the day-to-day operations and being chosen once a year by lottery. The other part of the government was the assembly. This is all of the citizens who showed up to vote on laws. They would meet every couple days. In Athens, they would often meet at the Theater of Dionysus, and they would decide on laws, important decisions, and whether or not they would go to war. The third part of the government were the courts. The courts handles lawsuits and trials, and when they were overseeing a trial, they would have hundreds of jury members, sometimes upwards of 500 jury members, to decide the ruling on a case. At this point, the next two slides, you can pause the video, go back and answer the questions. You can research as much as you need to see extra information to help you with these. First, who could not be a citizen? Go back to that slide on the criteria for what did you have to be in order to be a citizen in ancient Athens. Two, if only 1 out of every 4 people met the criteria for citizenship, what percent of people in Athens couldn't participate in government at all? And then 3, what do you think? Does the U.S. have the same type of government as ancient Athens? Are we a direct democracy? Go ahead and pause the video, answer those questions. All right, next, I would like you to take a look at listing several examples. You can draw your own T-chart on a piece of paper. You can create a Google Doc with this, but I want you to think about how is the U.S. government similar and how is the U.S. government different from that of ancient Athens. Pause the video